One thing I didn't expect life to be so same. Not in the sense of daily routines, we need those. I'm talking about the environment. Whether it's any kind of shopping, leisure, travels, holidays, etc. Things just feel the same. Arguably, it started with Bernays optimizing ads and people's opinions. Now add decades of such optimizations and here we are. Fashion loops, repeating barely with any twist, creating the illusion of new fashion. In reality, recycling the same high-performing styles. Movies, games, all blend into one big genre because that's what mass is buying, and it's an investment risk to do something completely new and unique, hence so many remakes. I've traveled quite a lot, and at one point all the countries started to feel like the same. You can have paella in New York, sushi in Spain, or pizza in Indonesia. Same brands in all shopping malls around the globe. You can get lost in one and you wouldn't understand straight away where in the world are you. Of course, there's different architecture, art, culture, language, even food, but that's mostly the legacy of the past, when countries developed almost without any outer influence. So did the world become boring? No, it became optimized for familiarity, and our brains helped it happen. The strange part is that the world runs on a tension built into our own brains. We say we want novelty, but most of us settle for whatever feels familiar. Evolution basically wired us to treat familiarity as safety. If something looked like what we saw yesterday, it probably wasn't going to kill us today. And the same instinct that kept early humans alive also made modern humans gravitate towards the same music, the same food, the same aesthetics. It feels stable and predictable. The contradiction is that we only ever grew as species because a few people ignored that instinct and chased the unknown anyway. Curiosity is uncomfortable, but it's the only force that actually moves anything forward. So now we have this world shaped by billions of tiny decisions to stick with what works, while the rare moments of originality come from the handful of people who tolerate the discomfort of true novelty. They still exist, people driven by inner motivation rather than the mass approval. Small artisans, independent creators, craftspeople in forgotten corners. They're never mainstream, but they're everywhere if you look. These are people who don't scale well, but that's the point. They keep culture alive, not by reaching everyone, but by meaning something deeply to someone. There isn't right or wrong whether it's good to be like everyone or bad to be unique. After all, it's us, people, who created this world. And even if the world becomes grey, we can still choose to add some colors and the magic to our lives. But I wonder, now that we have such an easy access to so many cultures, what really defines mine? I love mulled wine, sushi, bread soup, espadrilles, while listening to songs in 4 different languages and enjoying a little bit of everything. But does that make me a part of all of them or part of none? While we indulge in other cultures, we inevitably dilute our own. Non-religious people celebrating Christmas, eating traditional dishes from around the world, streaming movies from another continent. It's beautiful, it's enriching, but it's also confusing. At the end of the day, where does my own culture begin and where does it end? But it's also hard not to wonder where all this sameness is heading to. The trend isn't slowing down, if anything it's speeding up. Every year the world gets more connected, more efficient, more automated. Companies have more data, algorithms get smarter, and the pressure to predict what people will like becomes even stronger. Content is already shaped around our taste, and we pick from preset options like toddlers that have freedom within boundaries. As AI learns more about what comforts us and what nudges us, the future might be a world of even more personalized sameness. Each of us getting our own slightly customized version of unique, just enough to feel special while still staying inside the safe, predictable boundary that system finds profitable. It's tempting to imagine that the past must have been more meaningful, more authentic, but was it really? Before convenience, life was repetitive in different ways. The same fields, the same tools, the same tasks, over and over again. Our ancestors probably got tired of sameness too. Steven Pinker argues that by almost every measurable metric, we live in the best time in human history, and I think he's right. We probably do live in the best time in the history. even though it might not look like that. But it's also the easiest time to let companies tell us who we are, one comfortable choice at a time.